Delta State University is deeply saddened to confirm that a deceased individual was discovered on our campus this morning. At approximately 7:05 a.m., the university police was notified of what appeared to be the body of a black male hanging from a tree central campus near the DSU pickleball courts. We later identified the male subject to be 21-year-old DeMar Trevion Reed of Grenada, Mississippi. Mr. Reed's next of kin has been notified. At this time, there's no evidence of foul play. While there's no evidence of foul play, the body has been retrieved by Bolivar County Coroner's Office. As you can see behind me, I've requested the assistance of the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation, Bolivar County Sheriff's Office, and Cleveland PD to assist us in this ongoing investigation.
You lying to me? You are lying to me. You want me to believe that this young man walked to this tree, put himself up there, and hung himself. Now, if y'all don't know that story, that's the story of Trey Reed, a young man that went to Delta State University down in Cleveland, Mississippi. He was found hanging from a tree yesterday morning when everybody got to school on campus, just up there hanging. Now, the police and the coroner are saying that there was no foul play, that this young man just hung himself. Now, my question is, number one, where's the footage? There's cameras all over the campus. There's no way, I don't care if it's Mississippi or not, that they don't have cameras everywhere. Am I lying? Number two, that's not what we do. That's WPT, not BPT. Y'all know what I'm saying. That's white people's things, that's white people stuff, not black people stuff. Why would we do that? Why would we do that to unalive ourselves? And the family members also said, boom, that's not true. The coroner and the police officer said there was no foul play, but that's not true because my son, our family member Trey had broken legs and a broken arm. That's what the family said. You lying to me if you think that's, I don't believe it. Nobody saw nothing, heard nothing, took a picture of nothing and nothing. In this day and time, I don't believe it. Now, if that's what happened, we're blowing this out of proportion, regardless of what, condolences to the family. Whether he unalived himself or somebody else did it, condolences. Because that's not a game, and that's tragic. He's so young. If I'm not mistaken, he was 21 years old. I just think, it's in Mississippi. I don't believe it.
So apparently a black man was just found at Delta University hanging from a tree. Now y'all should already know where the hell I'm finna go with this. Now I want y'all to keep in mind that it has been threats for the last week at HBCUs in the whole country. Racial tensions have been high since the Charlie Kirk situation. And yet y'all think this shit a coincidence. Y'all just consider this a regular fucking suicide. Every article that you read on the situation literally said that there was no foul play. How often, when suicides get reported, it's a person hanging themselves from a tree? Like, be so fucking for real. Then it was also reported that he had bruises and broken legs. How the fuck can you hang yourself from a tree with broken legs? What just kills me is, this is not the first time that this hasn't happened in Mississippi. A couple months back, the same situation happened, except the difference is it was in front of a fucking elementary school. And they said the same thing. It was just a suicide. It doesn't take rocket science to figure out what the fuck is going on here. So if you're black, a person of color, please, when you go outside at night, when you go out in general, watch your fucking back. Protect yourself by any means necessary. These white folks are out here losing their motherfucking mind. At this point, I wouldn't even think it would be a stretch to call this shit a race war, because it's getting there. This shit is not a coincidence. This shit is not happening for no reason. But they're going to make it seem like it is. They're going to make it seem like it's fucking nothing. It's Mississippi, for fucking God's sake. And Tate Reeves, I hope somebody beat the fuck. Never mind, it's not that time for that. But Tate Reeves, I just find it very funny how you had every fucking thing to say when it came to Charlie Kirk's death, but yet did not acknowledge one time about this situation that's going on in the state that you are governing. But honestly, are we surprised though? To me, this is just the fucking beginning. Black people, y'all have the Second Amendment also. Y'all have the right to bear arms too. Arm yourself. Protect yourself. Because this shit is getting crazy. And I tell y'all what, They're not gonna stop right now. It's only the beginning. So my advice for me to you is strap the fuck up. Protect yourself. And to all you racist motherfuckers out there, the revolution will be televised. And Tate Reeves, I hope you burn in fucking hell.
A 21-year-old student, Trey Reed, was found hanging from a tree on the campus of Delta State University in Mississippi. His body was discovered Monday morning near the pickleball courts on campus. Police and the coroner are saying so far they've found no broken bones, no cuts, and no clear signs of an assault. The coroner even said both arms and legs were intact, and an autopsy is being done at the state crime lab to officially determine cause of death. Now, right now, authorities are saying, yeah, there's no evidence of foul play. But here's the thing, guys. When a young black man is found hanging from a tree in Mississippi, the very state where countless racial lynchings happened, people are not wrong to think of that history. Families and communities have heard time and time again, no foul play, way too quickly, only to find out later that the truth was completely different. So yeah, those are the facts at this point, but personally, I wouldn't be surprised if this does end up being racial violence. Especially in a time where hate and racism have been so openly fueled by one side of our politics, and in a state like Mississippi where that history runs deep. So until we see the full autopsy, people have every right to question and demand answers.
I'm going to try to report this as calmly as I possibly can, because the reaction that I want to give is the reaction that I know they're looking for, and I don't want to give them the satisfaction. And this situation right here is a direct result of what took place last week. And I'm not going to say any names because that piece of shit doesn't deserve the acknowledgement. But yesterday, Monday, September 15th, 2025, a black man, Martravian Trey Reed, was found hung from a tree in the middle of Delta State University with multiple broken bones, but they're reporting that they don't think foul play was involved. Where's all the media coverage? Where's all the outrage? Why aren't the flags at half staff? This was a hate crime. This is just a heads up to all the racist pieces of shit. I advise you to crawl back into the holes you came out of, because if I come across you, I'm not gonna pull out my phone and start recording. I'm not going to cry for justice. I'm not going to try to be diplomatic. I'm going to hold you accountable. And I think we both know what that means. Try me.
Someone with a brain, please explain to me why they're not talking about the 21-year-old black student that was just found hanging at a college campus. 7 a.m. Monday morning, a student found an African-American 21-year-old hanging from a tree at Delta State University. DSU has canceled classes and all campus activity after the discovery of the student's body was found near the center of campus. Authorities said the 21-year-old Trey Reed of Grenadad was found hanging from a tree near the university's pickleball court. Fellow African-American students are requesting to know what happened. Because I am a black student, hearing that happened to another black student, it makes me feel unsafe. Another student was quoted saying, "I have to walk to class and I have to walk down the track. It would be nice to know what actually happened." Student's family is begging for transparency. Please do your own research on this. Do not let them sweep anything under the rug. Enough is enough. But no further information has been given. An initial report saying that he had a broken leg, they will not back any of that information up. So what actually happens to the black student they found hanging this morning at a university campus?
Bruh, they really expect us to believe this. This 21-year-old student named Trey Reed at the Delta State University was found hanging from a tree on the campus, y'all. And the first thing they say was no foul play suspected. How did they come up with that conclusion so fast? I'm lost. Think about it, y'all. This is not out in the woods, y'all. This happened right on the campus, near the pickleball courts, right where everybody walks. A lot of traffic, high traffic. So you mean to tell me no one seen or heard anything? He was just hanging there? Every time it's a situation like this, they hit us with the same script. It's under investigation. No foul play suspected. If you need counseling, we're here to talk to you. They put a statement out. Like, what? Is that transparency to y'all? Or am I tripping? Whether Trey was battling demons inside or whether this is something deeper, people don't want to talk about it. We can't just let this shit just get brushed to the side. Hell no. This man lost his life, and instead of giving people real answers, they give him the silent treatment. Or they hit him with the, we're going to cancel classes for today. Like that's supposed to fix it. No, sir. I'ma just say this. This generation is starting to see patterns, and we don't like it. They be thinking we slow. Every time something don't add up, they be thinking we're not gonna question it. But I gotta ask y'all, do this story sit right with you, or do you think it's more to this story that they're not telling us? Let me know how y'all feel about this down below in the comments.
A 21-year-old student was found hanging from a tree in Cleveland, Mississippi. It's at a university called Delta State University in Cleveland. They found him early in the morning, about 7 o'clock, hanging from a tree. They're saying at this point there's no foul play, but folks are calling for investigations. And I think they need to get to the bottom. This guy's name is Trey Reed. He's from Grenada, Mississippi. Everyone they spoke to said he was a great guy, lit up a room. And so why was he hanging from a tree? What happened? That's what we need to know, whether it's foul play or not. This story deserves to be investigated and told, and we'll stay on top of it.
They done found 2 bodies hanging from a tree in Mississippi in 2 days. They found one body yesterday on Monday at Delta State. Then they found another body this morning in Mississippi. I'm not sure what the location is, but that's 2 days back to back. Now, as far as the Delta State University one, they're trying to cover that one up. They're trying to say it was a self-inflicted unaliving, basically is what they're trying to get to. However, the body has bumps and bruises on it as if it was some type of trauma going on. Then it also said, we're talking about the Delta State hanging right now, they're saying that his legs was broke also. So you telling me he broke his own legs and somehow was able to hang himself? Somebody make it make sense. Somebody make it make sense. And then the family, I think the family said there's also other bruises like to his upper body. We got to stop playing these like we dumb. They trying to play people like they dumb, and it ain't gonna cut it. So we need to shed light on this. We need to force their hand to have a bigger investigation. Somebody else needs to step in. And it seems like the Delta State, the heads of Delta State, they're trying to cover it up. And they want to make it seem like, oh, it's a safe school to be at, because I'm pretty sure they have other African-American black students there. And they're not trying to lose this image of having a safe campus. But come on now. You really think that this young boy hung himself from a tree? I ain't going for it. I'm not going for it. Now, as for the one today, there's not much information out. But it's in what part of Mississippi? Hold on.
So Charlie Kirk gets pew-pewed, and now we're finding black boys hanging from trees. Kirk, it's your boy Youngstar63 Fat Jarrett, the DJ. I need you to like, comment, follow, share, and get into this because they love the smell of a lynching in the morning. Yeah, so down in the valley where the girls get naked, that's Mississippi if you don't know, the Delta Valley, Delta State University. In the woods around that university, they found a student hanging from a tree. His name was Trey Reed, affectionately known as Trey Reed. Trey Reed was from Grenada. He was 21 years old, and they found that boy hanging from a tree. Hanging from a tree. Real strange coincidence that this happens right after several HBCUs were threatened in retaliation to the unaliving of Charlie Kirk. Real coincidence, right? Yes, and of course you know the police have enrolled no foul play. Trey put himself up there and took his own life. That's what they said. One small problem. Why is his arm broken? Why is he all beat the fuck up? He beat himself up before he got up there? Second problem. Let me tell you, there are a lot of black people in this country with thoughts of unaliving themselves. A lot of us have these thoughts often. You feel me? America is a hard place to be black. But let me tell you one thing, I promise, ain't none of us going out by tree. That's something we done had enough of. Y'all done did enough of that. Ain't no black person in America gonna unalive themselves by lynching. I'm sorry. Even if they decided they was gonna hang themselves, it's gonna be in a jail cell, or it's gonna be off a doorknob, or it's gonna be off we ain't doing it off no tree. Fuck out of here. Even if I knew somebody who wanted to unalive themselves and they told me they were going to unalive themselves and I decided in some unhumane way I was going to support them and be like, okay, go ahead and do what you got to do if you feel like you're going to do that. And they told me they were going to go hang themselves off of a tree. Bro. Nah, you ain't doing it that way. Pick a different way, bro. Seriously, pick a different way. I'd like to know what y'all think about this. But the third problem that we have, before you do hop in these comments and tell me what you think about this, I'm hearing rumors that they found a second body this morning. They found Trey on Sunday. What's going on in Mississippi?
Jackson, Mississippi just passed Jim Crow laws. You know what I'm saying? Last year. Jackson, Mississippi just passed Jim Crow laws.
I think I seen that.
What I mean by they passed Jim Crow laws is if you get pulled over, okay, Caucasian officers can only pull over white Caucasian people and black officers can only pull over black people. Yes, that shit is crazy, bro. Right. So segregation is still real, bro. Segregation is real when you walk into these designer stores, you know what I'm saying?